Judgment Day. We got a great episode for you today. We're going to make some waves with a bunch of games. So let's dive right in.
It's hard sometimes.
Today on Judgment Day, Tommy and I soak up the fun and Splashdown for the Xbox. Pac-Man Fever for PlayStation 2. The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind for PC. And in our hardware review, we take a look at the GT4 steering wheel for PlayStation 2. So here we are at the Aquarium. We couldn't think of a better place to talk about our new wet and wild racing game for the Xbox called Splashdown.
Actually, I could think of a better place. We could be like, in one of those wave runner shops riding on one of those.
Right. Yeah. That's not helping, dude. Let's get into the review, shall we? What did you think of Splashdown?
Well, I mean, I had a whale of a good time playing this game.
You did you?
Whale.
Explain.
The water in this game is the best water I've ever seen in any video game ever.
You can see the froth on top of the waves. You can see the ripples in the water. You
The
can see
reflections of the sky.
Oh, it's incredible.
The controls in this game are amazing. You can play with either the analog or the digital pad, which is great because personally, I love using the digital pad a little better on this game, only because I can cut into the wave. And the stunts in this game are phenomenal as well. It's really easy. You're pushing either the top triggers or one of the buttons to do all sorts of combinations.
Yep. The stunts are great, but I wanted to be able to press different buttons and different combinations and pull
There's
off
3 freaking different
brand
buttons.
new stuff.
You go up, down,
but
left, right.
you
do all that.
get to know all the stunts and you do them over and over again, and that's it.
You're being way too picky. This game
That's
isn't
my
about
job.
stunts.
That's
it's
what
about
I do.
Racing.
I nitpick on the reviews. That's what I do.
This game is about racing, and the great thing about it is the artificial intelligence, the AI of the other racers. Yeah, I mean, it's actually very challenging, yet not impossible. But the great thing about this game is that if you do a couple of stunts, like 4 or 5 cool stunts, your meter goes, and when it hits the top, it'll actually allow you to pass through one of the things without going around it to kind of make up some time
So
without
there's strategy
stalling.
there.
The courses and the tracks are absolutely amazing. But my favorite tracks are the ones, kind of the stadium tracks that they've kind of built.
I agree.
Like big,
Those are great.
Wild things.
The water could be getting a little bit choppier. I think that in Wave Race, although the water doesn't look as realistic, there is more of a sense of danger and randomness to the waves than in this game. And also there's other things too, like I thought the opening Attract movie, which looks like it was like taken off of dirty PlayStation 2, like grainy.
It was compressed.
Yeah, it was very compressed.
I give this game a 9.
I thought it was a great game too. I thought it was better than the PlayStation 2 game, but it's also a year older now. And I also think that they could have improved it a little bit more for the Xbox, so I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10.
On the positive side, the water is absolutely amazing. The tracks are very well thought out and very realistic looking. And the challenge in this game is very well balanced.
On the negative side, what is up with that front-end movie? We thought that the presentation of the menu screens in the front end could have been a little bit slicker. And I want to chop your water, damn it. Okay, let's switch over to another game now that also has a little bit of water fun. It's called Pac-Man Fever from Namco for the PlayStation 2. What do you think of this one?
Well, this one was a little fishy.
It was a little fishy.
Yeah. Let's call it what it is. They're trying to cash in
Mario Party ripoff.
Rip off the Mario Party thing.
Yes.
Now, that's not to say that this game isn't fun, because it is. Certain parts.
This game hurt my head because it was so bad.
No, it wasn't that bad.
It was bad. Basically what this game is, if you haven't already been able to tell from the footage you're seeing, it is a collection of mini games, all sort of bound together on this sort of board game kind of premise. And you're playing as different Namco characters, taken from Ridge Racer and Soul Calibur, Tekken and Pac-Man, obviously. And you get to play as one of these characters and walk around the board and there's tokens and things to pick up, and you can buy mini games, and you can play mini games, and they're single player, they're team based, or they're everybody for themselves, up to 4 people.
The thing for me about this game, though, is if you're going to do a game based around Namco characters,
Yes.
do all of them for me.
Right.
How come I couldn't be a Ghost? How come I couldn't be Michelle from Tekken?
You know what?
And all the cool characters from Tekken.
I would imagine that Namco has hidden a whole bunch of those characters within the game, and you probably unlock them as you play through. The truth is, you're not going to want to play through because it gets tiring really quickly.
What they did is they took the same premise,
Put different
they
graphics
put them
on.
in different worlds.
Right.
It's to mix it up a little bit. They could have easily just done the same 10 games every time.
You know what my problem was? Is that the games themselves, apart from 3 or 4 of them, weren't that interesting.
The thing that bugged me the most about this game, though, is that they use this like yellow text color over top all of the like 3D game. You can't read half
Yes.
the time what the text is.
Well, that's what hurt my head.
Look, I am going to be the first one to admit here, out of all the Mario Party type games out there,
Yeah.
this is by far the worst one.
Yes.
Crash Bash is much more fun to play.
Right.
Fusion Frenzy I had a lot more fun with.
So you're going to end this with, but I'm still going to recommend it, aren't you?
No, look, I'm not saying that this is about a great game by any means.
Good.
Yes, but you know, I think it's a fun and simple game to play. I had some basic fun with it. You know, you didn't have to be a rocket scientist to get in and start playing.
Boy, is that an understatement. What would you give it?
I give it a 7.
A 7? This game does not.
A 7.
This doesn't deserve a 7.
You heard what I said. I
That's
give it a 7.
ridiculous. I'm giving it a 3 out of 10.
Okay, you're insane. I give it a 7.
I'm not insane. You're being too generous.
You're weird looking as well.
All right. On the positive side, we thought that the game was simple to play, easy to get into. We like that all these Namco characters are collected in one game.
On the negative side, some of the text was almost near impossible to read. It's not as good as any of the games in this category, such as Mario Party and Crash Bash. And there's not as many mini games as there should be. We'll be right back with more Judgment Day. And just remember, the next time you disagree with me because I give a game a low score, keep in mind that the proof is in the poop.